Hello, plant friends. So we are continuing our tour with SoCal Tropics. In this episode, Christy shares with us some tips on importing, given her and Jack's years and years of experience with rare plants and importing, especially importing now post COVID. She also shares with us some other plants in her collection that has been significantly downsized after Jack's passing. Hope you guys enjoy.
What kind of plants do you think that people shouldn't import or types?
Well,
Are there any? You don't really do alocasias. You don't really
no,
do
I don't.
anthuriums.
I,
So,
I think pretty much there's a risk with anything you ship, bring in. Air raids in general are pretty hardy. I think as long as you have the proper care when you get them, it just depends. There's a lot of acclimation that is very important when you get in a plant from there because it's a lot of stress. I mean, just shipping from within California to each other, it's enough stress on the plant. Could you imagine coming from around the world? So
yeah.
it's one of those things that you have to be prepared on the receiving end to be able to help it because if not, they just are already in shock and you can lose a lot. And that's a lot of money. I mean, right now the trend is Thailand and Indonesia and other countries are actually charging more for plants than sellers within the United States.
Yeah.
That's it used to be the opposite,
Right.
and now it's like a couple thousand for the same plant here or there in Thailand. Let's say now you can get it for under 1,000 here.
I think that might be a reflection of more people in Thailand getting into the plant game so they can export, the
Financial
business,
part of it.
financial, yeah.
Yeah, I just think that's what's happening. They also, from what I heard, is because of us in the United States, with that boom of collectors coming on, they actually ran out of stock. So they got down to very low stock. So now their prices went up because they lost all their stock. So they had to make money somehow. So what they had left, and then they put aside more mother stock, and now they're starting to, because things grow so quickly over there, they have the perfect aeroid environment. They're starting to, sell more and more. But I know that they were pretty wiped out. I mean, pretty much around the world, everything was tapped out there for a while.
Yeah, I think that I think within the next year we're going to see tons and tons of plants coming out of Asia, even more so than what we've experienced before. Just because more people are getting into the game, like you see it all the time on Instagram, just like tons of nurseries, and nursery accounts coming up.
The only thing we have to watch out for is because they can use chemicals that are not allowed in the United States to cause variegation. We have to be careful, like the pink Congo, and I just saw another one that's something pink, just like the Congo is another aeroid that they're manipulating to have the variegation eventually will revert. So I'm hearing, just be forewarned if you all of a sudden see a plant that you normally don't see that's variegated and think it's like something new. Well, it is, but it's not natural. Okay, so just be forewarned again.
I think it's hard these days. But now that the world is so much interested in like sports, people can just say like, oh, this is a pink sport, blah blah blah, and people will buy it.
But, yeah, they will. But you gotta have that knowledge again. Just pay attention to what's going on. We got another really fun pot over here.
Okay.
I've got a mix of different things in here. I've got a Hawaiian ZZ, Zamophilia zambicus.
Oh.
Am I saying it right? It's more of a thin leaf.
Right.
And it's more like a ruffled edge. But it is a ZZ. It's a ZZ variety.
Oh yeah, it's much different from the other ZZs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something not very many of them out there. And that's the Monstera stanleyana, yellow and white planted together. The white's on that side.
Oh, okay.
But I kept a little bit of my original mother stock. I kept babies, just to regenerate, because obviously what I sold is meant a lot to Jack and I.
Yeah.
And this is a mandula, but they're calling it a harlequin because it doesn't have the splashing. It's more of a white and green, more of a sectored. So that's the difference between a regular mandula. It's they're calling it a harlequin. Again, it's another commercial sales name.
Yeah.
But it's kind of distinguishing between the different patterns of the mandula that you normally see.
Okay.
So that's a little bit
All
more.
right. I'll respect that.
Yeah, a little bit more rare. And then this is the Milky Way,
Yeah,
Dracaena.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then this is the strawberry.
We have a strawberry shake in here,
Yep.
and I've got another one over here, super pink. The strawberry that everybody dies for. I was selling her, but I decided, oh, she's so pink, I'm keeping her. So I planted her.
I think the strategy of you having multiple plants in a pot is going to make things a lot easier for you.
Oh, very, yes. And one thing I'm finding about strawberry shakes that's kind of unique is it sends out runners.
Oh.
So if you look, a couple spots in the pot, this is coming from her, under the ground. So she's sending up little babies all over. It's kind of different.
So here's your main
Original.
mother plant, and here's your. Wow, that's a bit. It's quite far away.
And then she's coming up on another end, I think, over here underneath the Milky Way. Right there, right here. Way over there. That's coming.
Wow.
Isn't that different? I had no idea they send out runners under the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really did not know that was a thing.
I was surprised Jack and I were going, cool. Keep doing that.
Okay.
And this is a sentimental one. This is one of our first together, our first aeroids that survived.
The biped.
Yeah, bipifolium or bifolium.
Yeah.
Horsehead.
How many years have you had this?
Oh my gosh, since 2005.
2005.
Long time, and she's been cut several times because she'll reach the ceiling and snap. And she's moved from several houses where she's had to be recut and regrow because their branches or their stems are so brittle. And more pink princess. And the other thing about pink princess that I wanted people to know is they're tissue culturing pink princess now, and that's why the prices have gone down. But I'm noticing a couple differences. One is they're not as pink. And then also the leaves on the tissue culture are more elongated and pointy, where the original has obviously more pink and is more of a heart shape and a wider leaf. So that's like if people are looking for tissue culture versus is the original hybrid, because it didn't naturally sport pink. This is a hybrid originally, but that's how you tell the difference is the pink and the shape of the leaf. If it's more elongated, that's the tissue culture.
Even when it matures, I haven't seen
Yes.
the mature forms of the tissue culture ones.
Yeah, they stay it's just a different shape of leaf. And again, like I said, the pink isn't as pronounced.
Oh, I think people in Europe probably have a lot more experience with the tissue culture pink princesses. I think that's kind of what that's the majority of theirs, I think. Yeah.
And we got all our, and this is top cuttings off of all our, the mother stock. So I'm making more mother stock in here. Just that bubblegum pink. I love that bubblegum pink.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
So this is what's left.
That's in this room.
And this is much more manageable. I mean.
Yes. Well, I got some, what is this called? The pink, I got pink splash illusion in here. And I've got the pink flecked, where it's pink flecked Sigonium.
I really thought that Syngoniums were gonna catch on.
I did too.
And then I think the Scandapsus and Pothos kind of took over.
You're missing out, people. This is an easy plant to take care of. And they're beautiful.
Right.
And they climb.
Right.
Most of the varieties of Sigoniums are climbers. And I love climbing plants because space in a house.
Yeah.
Anything that gets too wide, you can,
I mean, realistically, they can do anything. They can do anything,
Eventually, these guys are just going to cascade over.
Right.
And I've got more mojito, and I've got the variegated heartleaf philodendron in here.
Yeah.
That was very popular for a while, but now it's kind of,
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
cream splash. But
Just collect what you enjoy, and then.
and the Thai variety of the pink splash. Actually, they're calling it pink splash, and that's incorrect. It's actually called the red spot. But in Thailand, they call it pink splash. So people are going, what's the difference? Well, they're just naming commercial name pink splash, but the technical name is the red spot.
The shape is a bit weird. No.
Yeah, that one's a more mature, so
Oh.
she's gone beyond trilobe for sure.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, she's been cut a couple times.
Oh, and this is also a pink.
A red spot.
Red
But I
spot.
say pink splash because that's what a lot of the sales names are calling her. But it kind of confuses with the pink splash illusion. And people are saying, okay, what is it? Is it a red spot? Is it a pink splash illusion? Or is it a pink splash? And so I have to kind of explain.
What a weird leaf shape. Very fun.
For a small one.
Yeah, for a
I
small
know,
one,
you'd
right?
think it'd be climbing and huge.
You think it'd be huge?
Doing that.
Very cool.
Then we go into the kitchen.